Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to share with you 10 products that were sent to me in PR that I would buy with my own money. If I ran out of it, I'm going to buy again, and if not, like some of them are brushes that I wouldn't run out of, but like if I lost it, I ruined it, I would buy again. Would have bought myself had I known how good they were. You know what I'm saying? So I am so excited. I actually had so much fun going through my collection finding these because I thought, first of all, I was kind of amazed at, you know, I do get a lot of PR, but a lot of the products I love were actually products I bought myself. And I feel like that's, in like the weirdest way, I'm like a proud peacock. I'm like, good job, Jess. Because I never want to be a channel where all I get is PR. And I think there are some amazing bigger channels that absolutely buy a lot of their own products. Like Tati gets a lot of PR, but she buys a lot of her own products too. So I think that's super cool. And I hope that more channels start doing that. That, you know, it shouldn't just be what you're getting. You should also be out hunting. You should be, you know, if this is your job or your passion, whatever. I'm gonna get off my high horse, okay? I'm off of it. I'm excited for this. Let's go ahead and get into it. Where do I wanna begin? I don't know. Okay, let's start with the setting spray. This is this CoverFX mattifying setting spray. I would not have bought a mattifying setting spray for myself. I'm not a big fan of matte skin on my face. And this was sent to me and I was like, okay, well, I try. I love this stuff. Now it doesn't, and as I've said in past videos, it doesn't mattify so much that you're like no moisture to your skin. It really is more of a, you know, just a classic setting spray, but it does such a good job of holding onto my makeup. I feel like it always makes my skin, like if it's just a little bit too greasy, oily, dewy, I'll put this on and it'll soak up just enough that my skin looks healthy, but it never looks super matte, and that's exactly what I'm wanting. And this will still work really well, like if I've set my face with like my favorite Laura Mercier loose setting powder or any loose setting powder, and I'll spray it with this, I feel like it'll just kind of melt that into the skin really well, where again, it doesn't look crazy matte, but it just looks healthy. And so this is one that when I run out, I will probably buy again. I am intrigued to try. They have like an illuminating one. And I know a lot of people are like, no, I'm intrigued to try that one too. But I'm really a big fan. And also the packaging is just pretty. Like the lime green, and it's like, not even lime green, like mint green. Another product I would buy again are these freaking brushes. I've talked about these a lot, so I'm only gonna touch on them for a second. But these are these Bdellium Tools golden triangle brushes. I literally wash my brushes every few weeks. Sometimes not as often as that. I heard someone on YouTube, they were talking about bad habits they have, and I would love to film that video. And they were talking about like, I don't wash my brushes very often. Like sometimes I don't wash them like until like 3 weeks later. And I'm like, if that's a bad habit, I'm the worst, because I will sometimes go 2 months, but it's not like I'm using the same brushes. I'll swap them out and I just have them sitting like in a tray in my closet. And I know that all of those are dirty and I need to wash, you know, so. But still, it just made me laugh. I'm like, oh girl, I'm way worse. You guys, there's something about like the shape of the handle. It's like this triangular prism. They're so easy to hold, very ergonomically designed. And I use every single brush. So the powder brush is amazing. These are super soft. They wash beautifully. They dry beautifully. I love their shadow brushes. My favorite brush right now is their 785 tapered blending, just for all over. And then some more pointed brushes, they're 783 small tapered blending for like specific crease. Some more flat one. I mean, they're all so good. And another favorite is their 945 contour. I'll use this for setting my under eye. I'll use it for highlight. I'll use it for contour. You can use it for whatever. They're so soft. They apply makeup so beautifully. I've not really felt that strongly about brushes in a very, very long time. So these are ones that I could see myself buying. Like if something happened to one of these, I would totally buy again, because I don't use anything else. I'm obsessed with them. And I don't use the term obsessed very lightly because it annoys me. I am obsessed with those brushes. Does it annoy anyone else? I'm like, are you though? Are you obsessed with it? You just said you were obsessed about 10 products. And this is a first impressions. I want to talk about a hair one. I've got a lot of makeup, don't worry. This one's from Briogeo. No, none of this is sponsored, by the way. These are all, they're not. Because I know I've worked with Briogeo before, like a long time ago. Anyway, this is their Scalp Revival Char charcoal and coconut oil micro exfoliating shampoo. When I got this, I was like, no. And I literally gave it away to a sister, like brand new. Well, they happened to send another one in another shipment, and I heard someone talk about it, and they're like, no, this stuff is amazing. And I was like, it is? So then I got the other one out, tried it in the shower, and I was like, Tyler, you've got to try this. It's a very minty, strong smell, but this is what I've been using to exfoliate my freaking scalp. And I don't mean I'm only getting it just in the scalp. That's why I got rid of it, because I thought, I'm not gonna just get some stuff in my scalp and that's it. Like, that's too much work. No, it really is more of just a shampoo. You use it throughout your hair. So I'll use it once a week. Typically, like, you know, when I wear my hair curly, even though most of the time I air dry it, I still have a lot of product I'm putting into it. You know what I'm saying? So when I've been doing that for like a week, I love this stuff because it gets all the gunk out, all the dry shampoo, and it feels minty. Some people said it feels tingly to them. I don't feel that, but the smell is so refreshing in the shower, and I just feel like my hair is squeaky clean, my scalp is squeaky clean, and Briogeo is one of those brands that has none of the weird gunk in it, no sulfates, parabens, blah, 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 blah. So I trust them. And so another product, a separate product, and I don't have it, so I actually am going to buy it again the next time I place an order, is I'll put it on the screen, the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Mask. So this I use as a deep conditioner. Honestly, I use it every time I wash my hair. Every time. I think you're only supposed to use it like once a week, but I'm like, I just use it whenever I want. So I fly through that stuff. Tyler used it too. He liked it a lot. And it's just, it's so moisturizing. You put it, you know, throughout your hair after you've washed it. Honestly, I love using it with this. Like when I had both of them open at the same time, I was like, this is heaven. I'm using a different deep conditioner. I do like, but the Briogeo one is better. And again, it has none of those weird, gross things like sulfates, blah, 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 blah. So I love that as well. Super moisturizing. Like even today. So like I didn't use any of those kinds of products in my hair today. And I feel like there's just little bits of frizz that are not there when I use that freaking mask. It's the craziest thing. It completely affects the way your hair looks when it's styled. And for me, I feel like that's so rare to find, and that's why I'm like, I feel like I need to shout from the rooftops how good these are. So this one and the other one I mentioned, I will link below. Definitely buying the other one now that I'm out. I'm trying to work through the one I'm using now, and it's just all right. While we're on hair, I'll touch on it quickly. This is the Living Proof Curl Enhancing Styling Mousse. This is what changed the game for me with my natural hair, because I don't know, I felt like I was in a rut for years. Like my hair was like kind of wavy, curly-ish, and it would be okay, but I could never get it to look as defined as it looks and as kind of like put together until I freaking tried this. They have this whole curl line. I love all of it, but this is the one I have already repurchased like 3 times. It's a mousse, and for me, if you've got naturally textured hair like me, I've said like me way too many times, mousse is so good at adding that volume. And I noticed that if there's a day I don't use the mousse, I don't have the volume. It absolutely fluffs your hair out, but it defines the curls. And so actually I'm using a Briogeo curling something. It's not, is it even yeah, I think it's their curl something. Oh, it's like their amino acid curling stuff. And it's a gel. I'll use that, then I'll use this. And I really like that together, but this is like the magic product. So if you have hair like mine, try it. I flip my hair upside down. I get the ton of mousse in my hands, and I just kind of scrunch it into my hair. And then I'll throw a little hairspray on it, let it start air drying for a while, get ready, go back and kind of diffuse, blow dry my hair upside down. And this is what it ends up looking like. And I'm like, this is perfect for every day for me. It's quicker. This smells really nice. I freaking love it. Oh my gosh. All right, back to some makeup. Thank you for joining me in the hair care department. One product that I love so much, and it's so expensive. It's the Marc Jacobs palette in Glambition. So as you know, all of these were PR. That's the whole idea of the video. They sent me a bunch of theirs. And this is the one that I recently decluttered my palettes. And I can link that video if you're curious of like, what did I get rid of? I got rid of a lot. And this was one of the ones that, you know, when I saw it, I thought, I never reach for it, and I know how much I love it, but I have too many palettes, and it's one of the reasons I was inspired to declutter my palettes, because I was like, there are these amazing palettes in my collection I forget about because I have too many to sift through, to weed through. So this one's in Glambition, and it's got some mattes, it's got some shimmers. I've been using this so much for work because honestly, when I've got 30 minutes to get ready and I'm like dry shampooing my hair and I'm like, all right, we got to get this going, I will throw this like kind of light color all over. I'll throw this in the crease and this in the crease. Throw one of these two shimmers on the lid, use one of these to kind of line the top and bottom, throw mascara on, and my eye look is done. And these shadows blend so well, and these are the kind of shadows that look like velvet. Like, they always, no matter how bad you are at makeup, like when I'm in a rush, please, sometimes when I take my time, it still looks crazy. But anyway, it always looks seamless. And I feel like when I wear this, a lot of people are like, your eyeshadow looks really nice today. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm always like, it's that freaking Marc Jacobs palette. Like, it always just looks so seamless, like you really know what you're doing. And I attest that to the quality of the shadows. So this is something that if I ran out of this, I could see myself buying again. This reminds me of the Lolita palette they used to have, that I used to have, and I got rid of because there was like a glittery one in there I didn't use. But these colors, I use every single one, and I love it. A lip product I love are these Pixi Matte Last Liquid Lips. So they sent me a bunch of these. I would buy these with my own money. Like, genuinely, these are so, they're matte liquid lipsticks, but they're, I don't know, like these make my lips look so healthy, and it makes no sense because they do dry down. But I love this color. This is Pastel Petal, and depending on your lip, like it actually looks a lot darker than that on my lips when I wear it. But I know on some other people it doesn't look super dark, so it just depends. I've got naturally darker lips. But these are just like one of the most comfortable matte looking lip products. And I love these too because I'll put these on, and if I don't want it to be completely matte, I'll just throw a gloss on top, and it always meshes so well with whatever gloss you put on top. Your lips look so juicy and big, and I love that about these. So they have all kinds of shades. This is another one, Evening Rose. It's a little bit darker, but the doe foot is just comfortable to use because it comes to a point you can really line your lips with it. I'm still wanting one from this line that is my perfect neutral, because this does, like I said, darken just a bit. And while I do really like it, I feel like I need one just a little bit lighter. And so if they ever came out with one, I would run out and buy it. But anyway, so I love the formula of this. The packaging is cute. The applicator is really nice, and the look is gorgeous. Now, it's still a matte liquid lipstick. It's still going to eventually dry, and eventually you'll need to either reapply or take it off. I mean, it's not a miracle worker, but it's one of the few that I've been very, very impressed by. A newer product to my collection is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. When I run out of this, I'm probably gonna buy it again. This I like better than my Smashbox Primerizer, and a while ago I said that, and I was like, I think I do. Now that I've used it more, I'm like, no, I definitely do. So I use this as a primer. Sometimes I'll use it as just a moisturizer and put another primer on top. I don't know why I just did that. That was weird. But it's so, like, I could almost use it as a moisturizer on my freaking hands. You know what I mean? It's so moisturizing, but it has this glow to it that's not glowy like the Backlot priming filter where there's like that definite glow. It just looks healthy, healthy, healthy. Has a slight smell. Some people say they absolutely love it. I don't notice the smell being super strong or anything like that, but then other people say it does. So I don't know. I'm like, what's wrong with our noses? Why are all of our noses different? But it says it's safe for sensitive skin, and I've just fallen in love with it. It's so moisturizing. My skin loves it. It hasn't broken me out at all, and I've now been using it probably for a little over a month now. I just really, really like it. Another PR product I got is the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat. Now, I did get the Naked Heat palette, and that one I gave away. I liked it, but it just wasn't my favorite. But this one I got in the mail, and I was like, I love it. I get so excited getting these things in the mail, but as I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, this palette is so good. And if you're intimidated by like warmer colors still, I say still because I was for a long time, it's so easy to use. Like, you might be a little nervous with the orange, but these blend so well. You've got some crease shades, you've got some lighter shades, some deeper shades, and I'm reaching for it so much more than I thought I would. So I'm thankful that I did get it in PR, because I don't know that I would have bought it on my own just seeing it, because I'd be like, oh, I already have palettes like this. But this has been in my everyday makeup drawer for quite a while. I really, really enjoy using it. Every look comes out so nice. They're all matte, so you do, you know, if you want some shimmer, you have to pull that in from something else. But I'll use the dark one to line. Just, it's perfect. It's got everything I could need for a warm tone look. And I love that it's small. Last one's controversial because it's TooFaced, and I feel like everything TooFaced does is controversial in some way or another. But it's their Peachy Mattes, or just Peachy Mattes palette. I had this in my cart to buy, and then I happened to get it in the mail before I always add a bunch of stuff, and I usually wait a week because I like to think about it and like Jessica, don't just buy it on a whim. So luckily I'd been waiting because I ended up getting this in the mail, and I'm like, phew, I would have bought it myself. Oh my gosh, it definitely has a strong smell, but I love the looks I get with this. Again, another warm tone palette, but you've got even more options with this. The packaging is probably my favorite packaging of any eyeshadow palette ever, and I genuinely mean that because it's got a really good magnetic closure. It's a really sturdy, like really pretty packaging. The mirror is great, and the shadows are, I mean, oh my gosh. So really, really easy to blend, definitely pigmented. I love it so much, and every time I wear this is another thing that I feel like I always have a good eyeshadow day when I use this. So if anything happened to this, I would buy it again. So those are the 10 products. I was counting the brushes as like 1, so it was more than 10. But you guys catch my drift. These are the 10 products that I've just loved so much that I got in PR that I would totally buy again if I ran out or if I lost it, whatever. If you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know. This is something that I feel like I could do this kind of a video every few months, just because, you know, as I try more and more PR, I think it'd be fair to be able to do this. And I never want you guys to feel like just because I got something in PR, I'm gonna love it, because boy, do I talk trash about a lot of products that I get in PR that I don't like, because that's the point of my channel, to review products, right? Anyway, if you enjoyed, I hope you'll subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.